We have made 2 videos that you guys seem to love in Jeremy Clarkson, tearing into the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. Yes, the television presenter hasn't shied away in shaming and calling out Starmer for the crazy stuff he does that seems to be weekly. Clarkson has ruthlessly destroyed him, a scathing new rant over the FREEBIE row. Let's get into the video, but first hit the like and subscribe button and join our fast-growing community. Jeremy Clarkson has waded into the ongoing row surrounding several Labour MPs, including Sir Keir Starmer, and their acceptance of gifts and donations. It's been reported this week that Prime Minister Starmer has received a reported £100,000 in freebies, from designer glasses to suits and clothing. Deputy PM Angela Rayner has also reportedly been on the receiving end of thousands of pounds worth of clothing donations, as has Chancellor Rachel Reeves. The furore hit new heights this week when it was revealed that Starmer would no longer have to take to the stands at Arsenal's Emirates Stadium to watch his team play. He defended his acceptance of the big-ticket seat, telling ITV News, "I've had season tickets at Arsenal for a long time now, where I've gone with my boy and my friends for year after year after year. Now, I'm Prime Minister. The security advice is that I can't go into the stands. Or if I did, you'd have to put so much sort of security in that it would cost the taxpayer a fortune. As a result, I've been offered tickets elsewhere in the ground where it's more secure. We don't have to use taxpayer money on additional security. That's why I've taken the decision I have." Labour has scrambled to save face and has insisted the Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister and Chancellor will no longer be accepting gifts in light of the backlash. The Grand Tour star Clarkson pointed out the hypocrisy of Starmer's decision-making in his latest column, as he penned, "In the sort of truly socialist world that Sir Starmer has dreamed of his entire life, there would be no swanky director's box at Arsenal. All of the fans, Corbyn and Morgan included, would be in the cold, in the stands with everyone else, because all the animals are equal. But some, as we know, are more equal than others, and as a result, our glorious leader says he needs to be in a warm room with nice sandwiches." His sarcastic dismantling continued. He argues that it would be too difficult for his security team to operate in the stands. Yes, Napoleon. But let's not forget that when Snowball Sunak was running the show, he used to watch his beloved Southampton from the stands. And his security guys seem to manage, he concluded in The Sun. It's not the first time in recent weeks that Clarkson has let rip against the Prime Minister, a man he once described as a Stalinist. Amid the riots in the wake of the horrific Southport murders, Clarkson blasted Starmer's rhetoric to brand everyone in attendance as far-right or racist. He similarly fumed at the PM for giving the green light to the banning of junk food TV adverts before the 9 p.m. watershed. Clarkson suggested Starmer was completely out of touch with the younger generation, and that perhaps his attention was needed elsewhere. It's safe to say Clarkson isn't the biggest fan of the newly elected PM, resulting in him being banned from his newly opened Cotswolds pub, the Farmer's Dog. In other news, a woman has allegedly been raped outside a Poundland in a horror early morning attack in West Sussex. Officers said 2 men have been arrested on suspicion of rape. Sussex police received a report that a woman had been raped in Crawley shortly after 4 a.m. this morning. The victim is being supported by specialist police officers. The 2 male suspects, aged 30 and 31, remain in custody. Officers are asking anyone with information about the incident, including any CCTV, mobile or dashcam footage, to report it. Sussex Police can be contacted on 101 quoting serial 215 of 21st September or report the information online. A spokesman for Sussex Police said, "Police responded to a report of a rape of a woman in the vicinity of Broadfield Barton, Crawley, shortly after 4 a.m. on Saturday, September 21st. The victim was safely located and is being supported by specialist officers at this time. 2 men, aged 30 and 31, have been arrested on suspicion of rape. They remain in custody as our inquiries continue." A police cordon remained in place this morning following the incident. It comes after police appealed for information following a rape and sexual assault on Brighton Beach. Police received a report of a teenage girl being raped and a woman being sexually assaulted at around 6 a.m. on Sunday, September 8th, in an area of the beach between the 2 piers. Officers say the 2 females are known to each other. In other news, the Chancellor could declare all-out war on pensioners with a cap on lump sum allowance, LSA, off the back of the winter fuel payment cut. Under the current LSA, Britons can withdraw lump sums of up to 25% tax-free, and to the same amount of £268,275. However, Rachel Reeves could curb the tax-free sum at a lower amount or slash the proportion pensioners can take. Conditions at present enable Britons who have turned 55 or aged 57 from April 2028 to move house or set themselves up for their new retirement needs. Stephen Cameron from the wealth manager Aegon warns that the government is facing calls to reduce the relief for those with the biggest pension pots. There is a possibility that the budget could either cap the tax-free lump sum at a much lower amount or reduce the proportion you can take to, say, 20%. Both would increase the tax take, he told The Times. The Institute for Fiscal Studies, IFS, predicts that a £100,000 cap on the tax-free lump sum would impact 1 in 5 pension savers. To generate extra income tax, these changes would have to apply to pots already built up over years or decades, Cameron added. This would be highly controversial, reducing one of the most valued tax incentives that pension savers look forward to. If you were planning to take your tax-free lump sum soon anyway, it may be worth considering taking it before the budget. But taking money out of your pension before you need it is generally not a good idea because you will lose other tax benefits. Reeves could also look at introducing a flat rate of pension tax relief of 33%. This would benefit basic rate taxpayers, but would be worse for higher and additional rate taxpayers who get 40% and 45% tax relief, respectively. When contributing to a pension, Britons benefit from tax relief based on the income tax rate. For workplace pensions, contributions are deducted from your pre-tax salary, while with personal pensions, the government adds a top-up. Cameron said, higher and additional rate taxpayers concerned about losing out and who plan to boost their pension pot in the future could consider paying in more before the budget. It is thought that Reeves could also place a death tax on pension pots. Most pension funds can typically be passed on without incurring inheritance tax, IHT, which is charged at 40% on other assets. Each estate benefits from an IHT-free threshold of £325,000 or £500,000 for most estates if a primary residence is left to a direct descendant. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.